Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Kent and to our service on this wonderful world and gratitude. My name is Heidi Shaffer Bish, and where's Randy?
You know, I've been thinking about this, Heidi, and I'm having some issues with talking about gratitude. My God, do you know exactly what's been going on politically? I mean, it's only like the whole world is going to hell in a handbasket, and here we are, you want me to talk about gratitude. How? And you know what else? It's rained the past 2 days. You want me to be grateful for days like that? And here's something else. My car wouldn't start last week. I'm supposed to be grateful for a car that won't start. And this morning when I got out of bed, I stubbed my toe. It still hurts. Do you want to see? It's a little swollen, but I can't be grateful. Come on. Are you serious?
Well, Randy, we don't have to be grateful for everything that happens, but gratitude does help shift our perspectives, and it's really helped me a lot in my life. Won't you stay and contribute?
You've enticed me in other ways, so... So now that you invite me, I guess I'll try to change my perspective and learn about gratitude. Go ahead.
Well, I'll start by saying I'm really grateful for you, Randy Bish, for leading this service with me, and for all of you in this room and on Zoom. I'm grateful for your openness and attention and for sharing this hour together. I'm also grateful to the people that helped make this service possible. Julie Swango and the tech team, Connor, Vanessa Vesely, Raylyn Rome, the Tarnished Brass, and vocalist Kevin Breeden, as well as our song leader, Holly Wickersham. I'm also grateful for those who care for this space, those who support this community with time, talent, and treasures. I'm grateful for the inspiration, comfort, and compassion you bring to our community. To all who help make our world a wonderful world. And I have an announcement. This is an announcement from Trudy Deal. We are very grateful to Trudy. The auction raised over $10,000 for our operating budget. And just so you know, the auction team will be in Fessenden downstairs from 12 to 12:45 to help with payments and you can pick up your items. Many thanks to everyone involved, volunteers, donors, and buyers. We are a church that practices hospitality. Please take a moment to say hello and welcome those around you, and let us first welcome those who are joining us on Zoom. The camera's over here. Take a moment.
Can I give you a hug?
Sally, your voice was like disembodied. May we now come together. May we now come together. May we now come together in an attitude of worship, of gratitude, and community. Please, let's come back to the room. All right. Let us begin our sacred service.
Follow your path. The joy is the unfolding in the journey. The people you walked with for a while, the lessons learned along the way, they were all gifts for your advancement on the highway of life. Appreciate all that came your way. Each experience left you blessed. The happy moments that lifted your spirit and the tears that cleansed your soul. Each experience was unique to your journey, leaving memories imprinted on your heart. Take it all with you and show gratitude. This morning, we light our chalice to be a symbol of gratitude. We can be grateful for the light that guides us on our way through life. May this flame that we light spark in us a spirit of gratitude as we consider this community of which we are a part. We unite together with gratitude as we recognize our diversity, our equality, and love for one another. Please repeat with me the words that are on the screen, which is our church covenant for our chalice lighting, and they're also in the order of service. We affirm that each life has brilliance, and when joined with others in joyful community, has the power to transform. We pledge ourselves and our resources to this journey. This covenant inspires and challenges us to dwell together in right relationship. We promise to extend hospitality, nurture community for all ages, encourage spiritual growth, honor diversity, and practice kindness. Please stand together as you are able and join as we sing our opening hymn, We Gather Together, which is hymn number 349 in the hymnal, and the words will also be on the screen.
Lee was having a no good, very bad day. She could feel her heart slowly deflating after each and every horrible, terrible thing that went wrong. First, she broke her glasses while she was trying to clean them. They snapped right in the middle where they rested on the nose. Her mom had to super glue them together, and it was so embarrassing, and she was just so angry that she couldn't get another pair. She was so angry she felt her heart deflate some. And it was so cold outside, she couldn't go out and play. She hated that. She hated when it got cold because she loved to go outside and run and play. And sometimes she could go outside and play in the snow. But this was the worst kind of cold, the kind that's like really cold, but there's no snow. She was so angry, she felt her heart deflate a little more. So since she couldn't play outside, she decided to play with the cat. And they were playing chase, and like with those feathers on the stick, you know, those long sticky things. And she was having such a good time with the cat, and she went down to pet the cat, and you know what happened? The cat scratched her. She was so angry, and she felt her heart deflate a little bit more. All day long, bad things kept happening, and by the end of the day, her heart was totally deflated. She hoped tomorrow would be better, but she wasn't holding out too much hope. Well, that night, she had the strangest dream, and when she woke up, she remembered a voice telling her that she was going to have a second chance to redo the day. And she was so excited because she'd hoped she could turn that horrible day around. But she also remembered the voice telling her, be thankful, be grateful. Let's try this again. Well, the day started off the same, and although she had tried not to, she still broke her glasses. But she remembered the voice in the dream, and she decided to try and get not so angry, and instead be grateful that Mom had come to fix them so quickly with the super glue. Thank you, Mom, she said. And notice how Mom gave her a relieved smile in return instead of arguing. And when she said thanks, her heart began to inflate. And when she wasn't allowed to go outside and had to stay inside, and she said instead, you know, thanks for this house. Having a house to stay in while it's cold outside is a very good thing. And she knew not everyone had such a warm place to be on such a cold, cold day. And when she said thank you, her heart inflated just a little bit more. And when she started to play with the cat, she could tell that the cat got really excited. And when she went to pet her, yep, she still got scratched. 'Cause cats. But this time, she knew it was because the kitten was so excited and just wanted to play more. So she said, thank you, kitty, for playing with me. And when she thanks the kitty, her heart inflated just a little bit more. And all day long, the same bad things happened, but this time, she found a way to say thank you. And by the end of the day, her heart felt full. And every time she said thank you to someone, her heart swelled just a little bit more. You see, saying thank you and being grateful is like breathing life into your heart and soul and lifts you with joy. Small, small bits of joy, one at a time. Feel free to play with that balloon. Did you tie it up? Oh, it won't tie up. We were going to toss it into the congregation and make you do that. We're going to do it? I wonder what small bits of joy and grateful thanks that you can give to the universe today.
All right. While we lift the balloon up, I'm going to start with the joys. So if you are on Zoom, please feel welcome to put a joy in the chat box. Kitty Andrus wants to share that Claudia Miller was named Educator of the Year by the Master Gardeners. Yay, Claudia! Diana Watt and Dave, I guess that would be Dave Watt, say that Dave's sister Mary is visiting us from New York City and we'll meet all the grandbabies this afternoon. All of the grandbabies. How many grandbabies are there? Diane Cardew says that Mike is on his way to North Carolina. Diane is grateful that he has the opportunity to share the stories of the people and places impacted by Hurricane Helene through his photography. Wow, that's very important. In life, we are faced with many situations that may challenge our resolve. Adelicia Raven said, grateful for this church family. Okay. All right. So if anyone still needs to bring up a card, we will accept them. Joys. Sadnesses or concerns. Ginny Horvath would like to hold up that we are thinking of and missing Cheryl Spohr, who wanted to be here today but was feeling sick. Cheryl, we miss you. We're glad that you can be with us on Zoom and looking forward to the time that you can come back to the sanctuary. Anne Veribi is thinking of friends and family of her coworker Dave, who died this week. So sorry. It's sad to hear. Danny Beal. Danny Beal shares a concern as well as a sorrow. The concern is that the trans bathroom bill is on Governor DeWine's desk. It would affect transgender students from kindergarten through college. Please pray to keep our trans and non-binary, thank you, non-binary siblings safe and included in society. Any sorrows? One more joy. Swanee Venida is happy that Hallie Walker is here today, and I'm happy that Hal is here today. Yay! That's nice to end on a happy note. This prayer is derived from Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Thank you, Spirit of life and love, for the beauty and bounty of this world. For even a wounded world is feeding us. Even a wounded world holds us, giving us moments of wonder and joy. May we choose joy over despair, because joy is what the earth gives us daily, and we must return the gift. Amen.
As Raylyn continues to play, I would like to lead us all together in a meditation on gratitude. So please just take a moment to center yourself. Place both feet on the floor as you are able, and close your eyes. Or unable to close your eyes, please cast your eyes in a downward glance. You may need to shimmy your shoulders or your body or your head a little bit just to remove any tension or stress that you may be holding right now. And if you need to, feel free to shake out your arms a little bit if that helps. And just take a deep breath, please, and release. Place the back of your hands on your lap in a relaxed position. Just relax, breathe. Please receive a few deep breaths on your own, in your own time, as we begin. And breathe into your heart space. With eyes closed, simply be aware of your current feelings. Whatever they are, see them. Allow for them. And as you see those feelings, if you feel yourself tensing up, breathe deeply, do a little shimmy, release the tension. Are you feeling sad? Angry? Grief? Joy? Or maybe you are uncertain what your feelings are right now, or you have mixed feelings. That's okay. Just be aware of the feelings that you have right now. When you see that feeling, offer yourself compassion, whatever the feeling is, and silently in your heart, say to yourself, I feel, and name the feeling, and I'm still okay. Stay present. Be with your self-compassion for just a moment. Relax. When I ask, what are you able to feel gratitude toward? What comes to mind? I'm not asking for a right response. There is no right response. In your feelings. In your feelings. And there's no expectations. No one will ask, what are you able to feel gratitude toward? However small you may think that is, or however large you may think it is, what is arising in your heart space? See your heart space. Can you feel that? Can you center on that feeling and hold that feeling of gratitude there in your heart space for just a moment? Gently breathe. Just allow for your normal breathing. Now, can you open your heart space even wider toward gratitude? Perhaps gratitude for a friend, a spouse, a family member, or something that may bring a smile. Feel your gratitude for that and hold your inner smile. It's okay. Use your breath to give and receive gratitude for that image in your heart. Even see gratitude in your breath. Breathe it in deeply. See gratitude smiling back at you, and invite that gratitude to take residence in your heart. Gratitude. Hold gratitude in your heart space. Remaining with your eyes closed, I invite you now to just slowly bring your attention back to this room. Remain with your eyes closed for a moment. And see where you're sitting. Feel the seat you're sitting on. Feel the earth upholding you. In the silent whisper of your heart, can you offer a word of gratitude for any of the feelings, gifts, or blessings that you feel right now? How do you feel? Continue to give attention to your breath. Slowly open your eyes. See where you are. Place your hands on your heart and say, I feel gratitude for me. Placing your palms together in front of your heart in prayer, receive a deep breath of gratitude, and together we say, Amen. If you will, please, briefly share out loud one word that you're grateful for right now. I heard friendship, I heard home, sunshine, community, love. Smiling faces.
Research shows that adopting an attitude of gratitude, simply expressing appreciation and being more thankful, can measurably improve your overall well-being. For example, studies prove that gratitude can increase happiness, reduce depression, and strengthen resiliency. Grateful people often experience reduced blood pressure, less chronic pain, increased energy, even longer lives. People who purposefully express more gratitude report higher self-esteem than those who don't, and they're more likely to help others, a pro-social behavior also linked to greater happiness. People who capture grateful thoughts before bed sleep better than those who don't. Why so many positive changes? Because gratitude actually rewires our brains, kickstarting the production of dopamine and serotonin. Like antidepressants, these feel-good neurotransmitters activate the bliss center of the brain, creating feelings of happiness and contentment. This appears to be self-perpetuating. Research suggests that with regular practice, you'll train your prefrontal cortex to better appreciate and retain positive experiences and thoughts, and to deflect the negative ones. Here are a few simple ways to deliberately cultivate that attitude of gratitude. Celebrate minor accomplishments. Think about what you have rather than dwelling on what you don't. Tell the people in your life something you appreciate about them. Tell yourself too. Volunteer, hold a door for a stranger, or simply smile more, and you'll probably feel better, as kindness and giving are connected to gratitude. Similar positive brain changes can occur from regular meditation and mindfulness. Keep a daily gratitude journal using an old-fashioned notebook or a high-tech app. The science is clear. Give gratitude a go. You'll be thankful you did.
All right. If you will, if you're willing and able, please stand for our reflection hymn, number 331, Life is the Greatest Gift of All. When I was a child attending Sunday school at the Christian Science Church, I learned that prayer meant saying thank you. It didn't mean asking for something I lacked. It certainly wasn't about asking for my team to win or to gain special favors. So when bad things happened, I had a gratitude practice. Instead of petitioning for my life to be better or to be happier, I looked for something to be thankful for. I'm sure I wasn't always great at this, but I believe this style of prayer helped me to cultivate resilience. In my early 30s, I was diagnosed with major depression, a condition I probably lived with for a long time without realizing it. It was difficult to feel gratitude, much less feel anything. I credit and thank psychotherapy, yoga, meditation, art, play, and new friendships for helping me to regain feeling and be in a more receptive place where I could once again find something to be grateful for. Gradually, my gratitude prayer practice returned and reinforced a reawakening to life in its full range of feeling and color. Gratitude, like joy, is an emotion that feels expansive to me. As my interest in yoga deepened, I learned about yoga's holistic 8-limbed path. The limbs most people know about are asana, or the postures, the physical postures, and pranayama, or the breathing practices. There are also 4 branches associated with meditation. Finally, there are the yamas and niyamas. These 10 virtue-based practices, sometimes referred to as the 10 Commandments, these 10 virtue-based practices are to be incorporated into our everyday lives, beginning with the yamas, or the 5 thou shalt nots. Here's the bottom line for the yamas, or the restraints. When people engage in harming, dishonesty, stealing, lust, or greed, they create stress and suffering for themselves. Not to mention bad karma. They disturb their own equanimity as they also harm the social fabric. The 5 niyamas are known as the practices, or the thou shalts. They are purity, discipline, self-study, surrender, and contentment. Each one has many layers. The one I find most intriguing is the practice of contentment, or santosha. This practice of non-contingent happiness, bolstered by gratitude, as in the video, has the power to repair our health and our relationships and build lasting equanimity. When one is content, one is not tempted to hoard, cheat, or hurt others to get their way. When one is content, it is easier to be generous of spirit, which supports building the beloved community. In Western culture, reinforced by commercialism, we are taught to believe that if everything goes our way and we get what we want, then we can be content or happy. It is a result. But even if we find ourselves there from time to time, it doesn't last long, and then we are once again in pursuit. In the yogic view, contentment or well-being doesn't just happen to us by circumstances that may change like the weather, but it is a conscious practice of opening to a wider perspective and of being thankful for the full range of experience, even when it feels impossible to do in the moment. In the days since the election, like many of you, I have felt horrified, deeply disappointed, fearful, disoriented, disgusted, and angry. I want to gnash my terrible teeth and roar my terrible roar. I am not okay, and I want to shout this from the mountaintop. And sometimes this is truly the best thing to do. to keep from shutting down or becoming numb or despairing. In community, we can hold this space and help one another move through these waves. Also, in the days since the election, I have made connections with beloved friends through tearful smiles, received heartful hugs, and have listened to inspiring words and meaningful music. Thank you, Tarnished Brass. And on the dark day after the election, I experienced a wondrous bird-filled sky at sunset with dramatic clouds streaked in vivid color and light. What a wonderful world. If I am open, these experiences of connection can trigger within me a great sense of fullness or gratefulness for just being alive, to witness and share in this terrible and beautiful world. Seeking more such moments and intentionally being grateful helps move us and our world toward repair, as someone said in our covenant group this past week. It is both the human comfort and the little sparks of joy that enhance our lives and promote well-being in the midst of a broken, yet wonderful world. Gratitude is a powerful tool assisting in the practice of contentment, reclaiming our joy in life, and building and repairing our relationships. During the 1980s, I worked in a crazy busy restaurant on the Santa Cruz Wharf. Every night without fail, Janet, the owner, sincerely thanked each of us for our work. We felt seen and appreciated and connected to something larger. I felt grateful in return and happy in my job. I have also experienced a gratitude deficit from my employers. When I had to get a full-time day job and sell my yoga studio, I employed my gratitude prayer as a way of reinforcing a positive transition. Every day when I walked in the door at work, I said a heartful internal thank you for the meaningful job, the people I worked with, and the skills I was learning. Over the years, this daily gratitude practice began to erode. Gratitude is difficult to maintain if it isn't reciprocated. I have come to believe that lack of appreciation is a kind of abuse, and it damages relationships. I knew in my job that it was time to move on, and thankfully, I got the opportunity. My gratitude prayer practice at the door of my new workplace has since returned. Thank you is often the first word we learn in a foreign language, and sometimes the only word we need. I traveled in Brazil for 3 weeks, knowing only one word in Brazilian Portuguese, obrigado, or thank you. And putting our hands together in front of our hearts, prayer pose, has become a universally recognized sign of gratitude that doesn't need words. Thank you for allowing me to share what is in my heart.
As the ushers come forward to receive our gifts, let's remember with joy the impact that our giving has upon this community and the community at large. Our gifts not only help us maintain all of this, but also help expand and extend our outreach and influence in many ways. As we give, may we give with gratitude not only for the work of this church, but also for our November special collection supporting Feeding America. Feeding America is a nationwide organization helping to provide food through many avenues to people facing hunger and food insecurity. If you are giving to Feeding America by check, please note on the memo special collections so we make sure that that gets distributed properly. If you're giving cash to Feeding America, please place that in the envelope and write special collection so we can distribute that properly also. And thank you. We are grateful for your gifts.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the skies, are also on the faces of people walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn so much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh,
Thank you. As we extinguish our chalice this morning, please join me in the words on your screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. May we carry these in our hearts until we are together again. And if you're willing, please stand for hymn number 128, For All That Is Our Life.
Make our own days glad.
As we go forward into uncertain days ahead, it may be confusing, frightening, frustrating, provocative, or exasperating, not to say exhausting. May we remind ourselves, no matter how far we are apart, we are never alone. We are in this life together.
We're invisibly connected by love and community and through the practice of gratitude. Remembering even when times are dark, when we practice gratitude, no matter how difficult, the world can become a better place. And by doing so, we co-create the wonderful world that we know it can be.
May it be so. Amen and namaste. I do have an announcement or two. The lecture today on Project Terra Bona Health will be presented here in the sanctuary after this service. Refreshments will be served following the lecture in Hobbs Hall. And if you like what you've heard, and I do, the Tarnished Brass will be in concert on Sunday, December 22nd at 3 p.m., and there are still tickets available. Please speak to members of the Tarnished Brass.
They're going fast.
Yeah, and they're going fast. Thank you. Thank you, Tarnished Brass. Let's
Just as a reminder,